All right, now joining us on the broadcast from New Delhi is Taranjeen Singh Sandhu, former Indian ambassador to the United States. Ambassador, thank you very much indeed, sir, for speaking to us here on WION. Let me in fact start off by asking you this. Now, both leaders, that is the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and American President Donald Trump, are known for their very business-like approach. How do you think the talks on tariff will pan out during their bilateral?
So I think I'll answer your question in two parts. So first, you have said that both leaders have a business-centric approach. I think that answers to some extent that they understand each other very well. And we have seen it in Trump 1.0, as we call it. I was the ambassador there at that time. And they have a very good understanding. And I think that part, that good rapport which we talk about, will help in negotiating through this issue. Now, coming to the tariffs, I think, look, trade is going to be an important part, and we are hearing a lot about the tariffs. Do remember that tariffs are not just limited to India. This is a much bigger issue. There are lots of countries which are expected to be named in that, and many of them are allies of United States. Now, what's the issue with regard to India? If I can bring it down just to, what we call is imbalance, or in other words, there's a trade surplus in favor of India, which is to the tune of 45 billion. Now, compared to the other countries, it's not that much, but it is still there. So certainly that'll be part of the discussions. And I would say that's the challenge. But here comes the opportunity also. Because, look, as you said, both have a business-centric approach. And there is an issue regarding certain tariffs on agriculture, on automobiles, on pharmaceuticals, many such areas vis-a-vis India, which you can expect President Trump to bring up. But there's also an issue of market access. There are issues which Indian companies have for accessing the US market. So that's where the possibility of two business-like leaders discussing and talking it over, and then finally a deal coming. The deal doesn't come in only one day. But what I'm pointing is towards the possibility of a good deal coming. So certainly it'll be part of the discussions, but there'll be many other issues also which are important and which will be part of that discussion.
Now, Ambassador, you also mentioned the Trump-Modi bonhomie from the US president's first term in office. These statements on reciprocal tariffs, and also Donald Trump earlier having called India, the tariff king. Do you think this will affect the chemistry of their friendship between Narendra Modi and Donald Trump?
So let me just say, in Trump 1.0, he did raise the trade issue. And he made strong statements then also. And the rapport was very much there. And this time around again, he has, when he was campaigning, he has said, a number of times he has said, my good friend, Prime Minister Modi. And I, from my personal interactions with him in 2020, recall on a number of times issues did come up during the COVID. You would recall hydroxychloroquine, but they were resolved. So the point which I'm making to is this relationship is far more deeper, and a lot of responsibility of the depth also came during Trump 1.0. So when I say that this rapport will help, as you said yourself, both have a business-like approach. So that will help to resolve the issues, because President Trump has often described himself as a deal maker.
Right.
He loves making. So India is a relationship, a partnership, which is offering a number of things. So trade is just one of it. On the defense side, look, the 10-yearly, what we call is defense framework agreement is going to come up in 2025. So obviously it will have many new innovative aspects.
Right.
So that is going to be there. Energy, it's a huge LNG, nuclear. Of course, President Trump has been pushing for LNG exports.
Right.
US is now becoming a major producer of energy and it wants to export. And India has huge requirements. In Trump 1.0, we had imported LNG from there. And now, again, that will be part of the exchange there. Then, of course, on technology. I don't need to tell you, I said,
Right.
new emerging technologies. Everybody is talking about artificial intelligence. The US-India partnership is very, very prominent there, and it will deepen. And finally, if I may say something which President Trump started in his first term, that is reliable supply chain, during the COVID. And India became an important partner in that. And that continues. And today, too, that will be part of the discussion. So that's why there are a number of issues, and I haven't even touched upon international issues.
Indeed, Ambassador Sandhu, thank you very much, sir, for joining us and getting us that perspective then. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.